Yeah. Hello, everyone, and this is the 23rd episode of Enecuum News. And as usual, Sergey and I will tell you about the news and the project and the progress on the project of the past week. So, as usual, reminder that the recording will be available in a couple of hours, and after the main news part, you can ask your questions. So, please raise your hand, and we will let you to ask it. So, feel free to raise your hand. And this episode will be available. The link to this episode on YouTube will be in post in Telegram, and also there will be the form where you can send your questions during the week and we will answer it. So let's get started, and the first news is about Breach, and here we are still testing it, and we are doing Web3 library update. So Sergey, please tell us about this update of the Web3 library.
Oh, thank you. So during previously mentioned tests, we used our full node as a provider to the blockchain, and it is the right way to do it if you fully want full protection and safety, as recommended by Satoshi Nakamoto. But if you are more a modern user, then you want to interact with blockchain via various wallets, and for example, Enecuum Chrome extension uses our Web3 library. So we now making an update for the library to support new smart contracts that are related to the upcoming bridge, to make user interface for the bridge. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and let's move forward. Short introduction. So I got a lot of question about when NX Space will be on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, another aggregator, and the next news is about that. So about that too. So we continue working on info module and events for NX Space. Sergey, please tell us more about it.
Yes. So for the last for the past week, we made first version of events mechanism for the core of the node, and now we are building a test environment, special test environment, and it consists of extracting a subsystem from the node to make this event testing easier, and other part is creating a service that will listen for event messages. So this event listener will become in the next stage of this work. It will become a module to gather statistics from Annex. Also that next stage will assume revising, reworking existing smart contracts to add new events. So now we are focused on the mechanism itself, and the next stage will bring exact events needed for such aggregators as CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap to list Annex. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sergey. And let's move to the next news, and this news about Annex. And here we are preparing to the bridge launch, and not only from tech side, but also from token distribution side. And we check all balances because we will have to send Annex tokens to Annex community round participants. And we noticed that we forgot to send the ENX distribution in Ethereum network. So now it's already has sent, and all Annex now in Ethereum network are distributed according to community round. So maybe Sergey, you have something to add here.
I think not. But I'm glad that our community is so the trust in us that there were no requests for this last transfer.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Yeah. So let's move to the next news. And meanwhile, one part of the team working on events, on info, on bridge, and so on. The other part is working on monitoring system for Enecuum network. And why it's so important for us and why it's so cool, Sergey.
Yeah, thank you. So as we are adding new services connected to Annex, and we realized some time ago that we need a new system for monitoring status of our services. Is it active? Is it running? Is it okay? So previously we used very basic, and now we moved to a enterprise level server and services monitoring system, and we launched it. Currently, it works for test servers for Bit network, and as next step, we enable it to all our services, including Blockchain Explorer, and we already found some issues in the Bit network behavior in Bit Explorer. So I hope this work will help everyone to have stable and fast experience with Enecuum and Annex services. I think that's all for this.
Okay, thank you for your description. Yeah, thank you. And let's move to the next block. It's mobile developing, and PWA. What new here? What news?
We are preparing a new version that will have that brings some bug fixes, including adding token balances and dollar USD estimations for balances to the caching. So in the next version, after some restart, you will see previous balances, and then they will be updated. Now this cache system only works for native tokens, so we move it to all balances and use the estimations. Also we worked on input fields, how you can add input sums to transfer, functioning of trusted and untrusted tokens. On iOS, actually, we found out that we need to fix it on the app and space side, not in the PWA, but we also work on this. So it's just an ongoing process. Thanks for people who reported issues, and we continue to improve PWA applications. As for other work, we preparing and transition to the new server for POS leader that will change its IP address. So we make tests to make this transition seamless for POA miners. So it will be an update as for master node and for PWA, various POA miners. And I hope this improve overall performance because we are moving to more powerful and modern server for this service. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sergey. And the last news about World Cup. It's short news about how many transactions we have, and how many Enecuums took a part in it. So we have around 320 transactions and around 40,000 Enecuums. I think it's quite a good result, and we are going to the end of the World Cup, and the last match will be this Sunday. So hope you will take a part in our bets event. So if someone have any questions, please raise your hand, and I will let you to ask it. And I see one, and yeah, Ximena, feel free to ask.
Roman. Hello?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if I can mod this Spanish group.
You're from Spanish group.
I don't know if I can keep the Spanish group active, bro. I'm a Spanish mod.
Okay, you can contact Rafael and talk with him about it.
But I can't DM him, man.
I think
Okay, you
the
can,
question is not about the general Enecuum news, so maybe we can discuss it aside from the news section.
Yeah, it will be a great idea. So please contact me, and we will solve your question. Thank you.
Yeah.
So any questions?
So as for questions from community, last time I tried to answer some to a question about copying transactions from a test network to the main network, and I ended with a question about is it possible to make a token with exact hash. So we made research. We analyzed this question, and we found out that to make so, you need to have exact genesis address and token address in the test network and in the main network. So this is not the case. And to make such kind of attack, you need to change these addresses. So basically, you need to take full control over the network. And it is a very complicated task. So is just to make a general phishing attack, like on bank sites or some web shops. So it's like general phishing. It is not worth to hack whole blockchain to make such an attack. So if you don't understand on what question I'm answering, you can check the last week news. There was a first part of it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sergey. And I see that we don't have any questions. So thank you very much. Thank you, Sergey, for your news and for your explanation. And have a great weekend and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.